Warning! Foreign accent!
Hey, hello, welcome to another episode of The Foreign Citizen. Today we are here with my co-host Sam Kuri and here Julio Medina.
Julio Medina. And in today's episode, we have a friend joining us from Zoom. This guy, he's my childhood buddy. We've been friends since forever. I don't remember how long we've been friends. We did a lot of crazy things together. And today he's going to be sharing with us his story. He's been traveling for 3 years with his job.
Everywhere.
Yeah. And Julio met him actually.
Yeah, he's my personal tourist guide.
Yeah. This is what he do when he doesn't have anything.
Yeah.
He's a tourist guide. So please welcome Jimmy Abdo. Jimmy, we're glad to have you, man.
Thank you, man. How are you guys?
We're doing good. How are you? Where are you right now?
How's
I know
everything?
you are always traveling.
Yeah,
Where are
'cause
you?
You were in Egypt, I think.
Yeah, he was in Egypt the last time I checked. Where are you right now?
Now I'm in Lebanon. I'm planning my next trip, but I was in Egypt last week.
That's how was that? You have fun?
Man, Egypt. It was. I did not expect it. It was so awesome. There's a lot of things to do. I did not expect it to be like this. It was great. It was one of my best trips that I did. It was amazing. There's a lot of culture. The pyramids. There is the 7,000-year-old culture. It's amazing, man. It's amazing.
And a lot of food, because I was watching
I
the
even
videos.
saw the mummies. I even what?
A lot
Sorry?
of food.
Yeah, he was eating
He
the
was
entire
eating.
time.
A
Like,
lot
he was
of food. A lot of food, a lot of shy, and a lot of mummies.
Mummies are real, man. Damn,
Mummies are the shit, man. Mummies.
that's cool. So, Jim, you've been traveling
In Egypt,
Yeah, in Egypt. Go ahead.
no, in Egypt, the mummies are real. You can see them.
Only in Egypt? No, there's this scene in The Office.
Only in Egypt.
The reason I'm saying like the mummies are real because there's this scene in The Office when someone said like, I hate stupid people who believe in ghosts and miracles and mummies, and everyone's like, Kevin, mummies are real, and he's like, mummies are real, and he shit his pants basically. He didn't know that. So, Jimmy, you've been traveling for 3 years. So, how did that happen?
Yeah, almost 3 years.
How did that happen? How did you
Well,
leave
it
everything?
all started when it all started when I was in my old job. I used to have like a job at the local port here in Beirut. I was planning to travel with you guys and the old gang for many years and couldn't get a vacation so I can travel. Mm-hmm. So in 2017, it finally happened, and we did 2 weeks vacation into Thailand. We went to Thailand, and everyone knows. Everyone who knows me knows. Yeah, everyone who knows me knows that the Jimmy who went to Thailand, it's not the same guy who came back from this trip. So after this trip, everything changed about me, my mentality, how I see things, how I see life in general. So I became a totally different person. Even I have different goals in life. So at the moment I came back to the airport here, I knew that I could not stay in my old job, and I have to do anything so I can make money online and I can travel more than 2 weeks per year. This became my goal in life, and this was in 2017.
Mm-hmm. So what did you realize in Thailand? What was the thing that got you like, oh, I need to do this. Like I need to quit my job. I need to travel more.
When you go on a vacation, it was Thailand was my first time I travel outside of Lebanon. So it was like a shock to me. So I went. I've been like 6 or 7 years. I've been university and just going to work, and I only go out with friends here in Lebanon.
Yeah.
So when I went and I saw Thailand and I saw different people, they have like different features. They speak another language. They eat like different food. So I realized that the world is very big place and you can discover a lot of place. And even if you
This shit is big.
if you are yeah. This it was like a shock to me. So when I came back,
like
it was like a plan. I was planning. Yeah, what?
No. Keep going. Sorry.
I realized that this planet it's a huge place, and I need to discover it because I fell in love with traveling. I fell in love with new food, new people, meeting new friends, meeting the experiences with friends. So when you travel with someone, it's like a different experience than when you are here and living with them. It's totally it's a different life, different things that you experience. It was like a shock to me. That's why this trip changed my life. After this trip, everything's changed. And somebody was there. He's seen
I
everything.
witnessed it all. I witnessed it all.
He have told me some of the
Yeah,
stories
he witnessed
there in
that.
Thailand.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna tell the stories. This
Yeah.
episode it's gonna be Jim doing all the talking.
And I think that happened to me when I came back from Lebanon.
Yes.
I told you, like, I was super depressed. I was like, man, what I'm doing, like working, but I have to work,
You have to work. You have to put
I was-
food on the table.
I was super, I don't know, sad. I want to keep like traveling and meeting new countries and new people. What I like the most of traveling to another places is like you can live, you have a new life. For example, like you can see how other people live in another countries. How is a normal day in that country and what they eat and what they do in a regular basis.
Exactly.
That's what I like the most. And it's like shocking when you see like culture, for example, tradition, for example, from Lebanon.
Mhm.
Like the things that you do that you have no idea that existed and the way that you do it. Like,
Yeah.
it's totally different to my culture, and for me that's amazing.
Yeah, you were shocked when you you went
Yeah.
to Lebanon. And guess who was his tour guide? Jimmy was your tour guide.
And it was like I was in Discovery Channel, but I was inside the
Inside the channel. So, Jim, what happened after you came back from Thailand? What did you do? Did you like work? What happened? Tell us the story. Like how this happened.
When I came back from Thailand, I went to work the next day, and I was searching about Thailand. I want to go back. I want to go back so badly. I want to go back to Thailand because
How depressed were you when you went back, like the next day to work? Were you like feeling depressed like Julio did?
No. In fact, I was not depressed because I knew that I discovered something that I would have never discovered if I didn't went on this trip. So I was pretty excited.
Oh,
I was
okay.
not I was not disappointed that because I knew that now I know what is my goal in life. I never in the previous years I came to work. I made money and I went home. I went partying with friends. I bought some cars. I bought some motorcycles. But I didn't have a goal for like 5 years, what I want to do in 5 years. After this trip, I had that goal. I knew that in 5 years, I want to be living not the same life that I'm living now. So it was on the opposite, and on the contrary, I was not depressed. I was happy that I knew I discovered this thing that it's different.
So that trip was eye-opening to you, you would say.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So what did you do after that? What was the next step into freedom? We always talk like that. What we work towards, especially Julio and I, that we work toward freedom more than actually money. And I guess you are already there. So what was like your first real step to freedom?
And I think you are the most free
Free,
guy I
yeah.
know in my life.
He's
for
the
real.
real. He's the real Tarzan.
Man, this is the real tough. Man, I real admire you and what you do and your work and all your videos. Sam catch me all the time watching your videos.
Man, he
Even-
watched your videos and it's all in Arabic, and I'm like, Julio, what are you watching?
'Cause
Like, you don't understand Arabic. He's like, yeah, I know, but I like it.
Because I want this life.
Oh, by the way, we're gonna put his channel link below. So for the two people who are watching us, make sure you check out Jimmy, and also make sure you subscribe to our channel to add to his. So going back, what was the first action that you actually did, like the first step toward gaining this freedom?
The first thing I knew that
A leaf of paper
What?
fell on you.
Changing the season, you know.
He's in the
Yes,
season, in
it's-
the middle of the season with the tree behind him. So
The first thing I knew, because I know that YouTube is not easy. It's not easy making money on YouTube. So I knew that I need to have some money sitting there if something happened, or if I didn't not start making money directly.
Some saving.
From 2017 till 2019, I was only saving money. So I did not quit my job instantly because I knew everything needed planning. I don't do anything without planning it, and I know what I'm going to do after every step. So 2017, 2019, I was not going out so much. I was not going partying like I used to do. I was not buying new cars or other motorcycle. In fact, I sold my car and I sold my motorcycle. I had two cars. I don't know why someone need two cars and one motorcycle and he's living alone. So I sold the car, I sold the motorcycle, and I left one car because here in Lebanon you need a car to go places.
Mm-hmm.
I saved money till the first month of 2019, and I quit my job.
were you afraid? It's not an easy decision.
No, I was not afraid. On the contrary, I was happy. I was happy. In fact, I told them, because I knew that my old job, they know that I'm good at my job. I was like 10 years working at the local port, and I have a lot of experience for my age. Mm-hmm. So I knew that they would not let me leave easy.
Right away.
So
yeah.
I told them that So I told them that I'm going to Canada. I am migrating from Lebanon to Canada. And I told them I don't want them to give me a raise. I told them I don't want a raise.
Maybe if they give you a raise, like you would consider that as, I don't know, a trick to keep you stuck, right?
No. I had a plan. I've been planning for 2 years. I would not be. Even if they doubled my salary, I would not stay.
So we were already set.
Because I had a plan, and I am going through with this plan. So I would. That's why I told them in advance. I don't want any raise, and I'm migrating to Canada to see my uncle there. He's got a job for me.
My imaginary relative in Canada.
So question.
Yeah.
What was the first country that you traveled after that?
Yeah, because I've traveled to Thailand before, and I knew a lot of things in Thailand. I've been in 2017. I went the first time with the guys, but I went 2 times after in 2009 in 2018. In 2018, I went a trip to Europe, and I went 1 time to Turkey. Then I went another time to Thailand. So I knew Thailand, that it's. I knew everything in Thailand. I already been there for 2 times. So I knew I want to go to Thailand. So the first country I went, it was Thailand, because I've been there before.
What do you like the most about Thailand?
I like the vibes. I like the beaches. I like the energy of the people. I like the food. I like that you can rent a hotel room for 1 month under less than $200. You can rent a motorcycle for a whole month for like $70, and you can when you have a motorcycle you can يعني explore the island. You can go from place to place. It's easy.
This is something that the first trip that Jimmy went to Thailand, it was Jim, it was me, and two other friends who are really close friends, George and Roni. And it's funny now, every one of us is living in a different country. Like I'm in the States, Jimmy is always somewhere, Roni is in the Emirates, and George is in Lebanon still. So shout out to all the guys. So when we went there on the first trip that Jimmy was telling about, we rented motorcycles. That's what we did. And that was like the only way to actually discover the city, because the first day we were like, okay, we just gotta walk, like we gotta walk to Patton Street. So we walked there, and going back it was like super far because we were renting a house in the middle of like the local neighborhoods. So we decided we're gonna rent motorcycles, and man, it was the best decision ever. And we discovered the city in a way that you could not discover it if you were just like as a typical tourist. So my advice, every time you travel, just try to discover the city. And I think Jimmy can tell us more about that. Try to discover the city the way local does.
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely. And it's very cheap to rent a motorcycle in Thailand. It's very cheap, but you need to have a motorcycle license, not like Samer did.
So you were driving a motorcycle without license?
No, I didn't. I had my American license. I was like, yeah, this is good enough. It's American. I'm American. So they stopped me. They had like a checkpoint, and they stopped me. And the guy wanted me to like arrest me, take the bike away, and basically I have to like pay to not get stopped. And we were leaving the next day. So I was like trying, and also I want the bike, because if I pay like my bond, I would say they will let me go, but they're gonna keep the bike. Mm-hmm. And man, the bike is a rental. I cannot keep the bike.
You can just leave the country and that's it.
And yeah, no, still, because I think he had our passport or something, like the guy we rented.
No,
the bike
they had a copy. They had a copy of our passports.
Yeah, they had a copy. So they were asking, I remember, for like 600 baht. I don't remember the rate, but they were asking for something, and like it was like $100. I'm like, man, I don't have money. I only have like $6. Just $6. He's like, okay, that's good.
Straight to jail.
Straight to jail. No, he took the $6 and let me go.
Damn it.
Yeah. So I was able to get out of it with $6. So that's cool, like about going into like those countries, man. You get experiences that you cannot get anywhere else. And Jim, you've been to so many countries. I don't know, what's the number?
I think now it's like 15.
Damn.
But I don't count numbers. This is not like how I wrote, because I've been to Thailand 4 times. I've been to Brazil like 3 times. I've been to Turkey 2 times. I've been to Malaysia a couple of times. So I don't count countries. I go for the experience. I don't go for the just so I can write now. This is my number of countries. I don't like that. This is not how I wrote.
So what's the plan? Like what are you working towards?
My plan is like I've always dreamed to have financial, not just financial freedom. I want to have time. The most important thing for me, it's not money. Obviously, money is very very important to have freedom, like to have time. But the goal is so I can live a life that I can do anything. So if tomorrow I want to go to a country, I can go. Because if you want to travel full time, you cannot go to a place that you want. Let me explain. It's cheaper to go someplace to find the most cheapest place and go, rather than to plan ahead that I want to go to this country. So if I want to go to Maldives, I don't go to Maldives straight from here. If I was in Sri Lanka, for example, I can go for less than $100 to the Maldives. So It's I always go where the plan takes me. So I search for the countries that are the least expensive, and I go. That's how I go now.
Okay.
Because you can save a lot of money, and you can go like and I travel slowly, because when I travel slowly, I can save a lot of money.
Okay. Now I'm gonna dive a little bit deeper. So, how does all the traveling nourish you? Like, what are you gaining from this, other than the freedom, of course, and other that you do your work on YouTube, and this is basically your life now? But I want you to tell the viewers, because I know the answer. I want you to tell the viewers, like, what does traveling, a lot of traveling actually, and a lot of meeting new people and seeing a lot of things add to you as a human and add to your knowledge?
Man, it's you become a different person. I'm totally a different person. I have my life goals are different. How I spend money is different. Where I stay, how I eat, how I sleep, where I sleep, how I interact with people, how I interact with the new friends, how I make new friends, how I communicate with people, how I can make friends in much more easier way. I'm more open-minded to meet friends because I'm alone. When you travel alone, you are obliged to make friends. It's not like when you travel. When we were together, we were 4 guys. We're all together. We don't speak to new people. It's totally different experience, man. When you travel, and now I have friends in every country I've been to. And now when I go to a country, I have friends that meet me on YouTube, and they message me, they tell me, "Can come to Egypt?" I went to Egypt because I am friend with a guy from YouTube, and I went there and I traveled with him like more than 4,000 kilometers in Egypt in his car. You cannot experience this if you are traveling for 1 week with your friends. It's totally different thing. Mm-hmm. And my goal, not my goal, but living this free, man, makes me a totally different person. Because now I don't live 15 days per year on my vacation. I live every day.
That's cool. That's cool. Well, the thing that we always complain about, Julio and I, that it's not fair for all the people who are employees. And again, we're not saying that being an employee versus being an entrepreneur.
No, man. I know a lot of people that I love being employees.
Yeah, like our good friend. So, but for me, it's not fair that 1 year is 365 days and you get to only live 10 days, which are basically your time off. This is just not fair.
Exactly. That's why I quit my job, and I've been working for 9 years to get where I am. That's why I didn't hesitate quitting my job.
So do you have any advice for me? Because I remember when I was in Lebanon, you were telling me, like, just quit your job and start traveling if you want, like, make a YouTube channel, but it's not that easy. Like, what is your advice?
It's not easy making a YouTube channel.
Definitely.
But if you want to gain financial independence, you need to watch videos about financial freedom. You need to read books. You need to hear audiobooks.
It doesn't have to be YouTube.
Yeah, you need to see how
it can be many
you need
things.
to see. Yeah, you need to see how other people are doing it and taking ideas from them. This is how I make. This is how I made it, because I was following people that are living this lifestyle, and I was learning from them, and I'm still doing that till now. Till now, I follow people, and every day, I learn new things from them, because they have more experience than me, and people see me and take advice from me because they have less experience than me, and this is how we can do it. It's very easy. YouTube is now my school. I learn everything from YouTube. Everything I want to learn, I learn it from YouTube. Just write what do you want to learn about. financial freedom, just write it, man. And you will be surprised how much you can learn from YouTube, just from videos.
You can actually build a rocket if you only watch YouTube videos. You can build a rocket and send it to space. It's crazy. So, Jimmy, going back to like financial freedom topic, there is a lot of way that you can be actually financially free. It's not just YouTube. YouTube is I think one of the ways, and one of the most difficult ways actually. It's because now it's getting a lot. But how you find it? Tell us your opinion.
Here in Lebanon, it's not easy to make an online business other than YouTube. That's why I chose YouTube, because it was you don't need a large following to gain money from YouTube. You need 1,000 subscribers and you need like 4,000 hours watch time. So, in fact, YouTube is the easiest way to make money if you are living in Lebanon, especially now in the crisis. Mm-hmm. It's you can make like good money, but it's not easy. Nothing in easy is nothing in life is easy. But you need to have the basics. So. Yeah. It's easy. It's easy enough to do it, but it's not easy enough if you are like lazy. So if you're lazy, don't do it. If you want to pursue it,
okay.
It's I don't think it's that easy.
Julio, I think you should leave the podcast now.
Yeah, I will leave. I will stop dreaming about it anymore.
It's easy and hard at the same time, man.
Yeah, nothing in life is easy if you want to actually make it and do something interesting.
If it was this easy, everyone would make it, and you see all the people are YouTubers, and there's no one working a normal job.
Exactly.
So in fact, it's not that easy, but it's easy enough to do it.
Yeah.
So I didn't have any experience before I went to Thailand. Before I got my camera, I did not have any experience, neither in filming, neither in making videos, neither in editing. I have zero experience. I bought the camera, and the next week I was on a plane going to Thailand. So I learned by doing.
And when do you recommend us? Because sometimes you get desperate. Like for us, for example, we're starting this YouTube channel. And sometimes when you start doing videos and this, like you get desperate and you want more viewers and you want more subscribers. But I know that it takes time. That's why like we don't care that much, because we know that's gonna take us like 2 or I don't know, maybe
even a year.
Viral. Maybe we go viral, but
no,
it will take time and
effort. Like for me, the reason like we're doing this, it's because first it's fun. Mm-hmm. We get to spend time together talking about like interesting topic, and that's super fun. No matter the outcome. Mm-hmm. So that's for me, that's fulfilling me, even if you don't get a lot of views or whatever. And the second thing is that and this was like the main idea why we started this, is because whenever people travel to a new place and they move their entire life, and Jim, you can also give us your opinion on that, you are alone basically. And for me, I was watching a lot of like series, and I felt like I belong to this. But if you have a community that all the people share this same struggle, I think it's a good idea. If we can like get to a point where we create a community that all people are sharing the same struggle, the same values, and see life in a similar way. So, what do you think?
Yeah, that's why when you want to start a YouTube channel, you should do a thing that you love. If you are not doing a thing that makes you happy, you will not continue. A lot of people you want to start a YouTube channel to make money, and most of them fail. That's why you should do a thing that you love, so you can be sustainable with your videos, because YouTube is all about sustainability. Mm-hmm. This is the most important thing, that to make video constantly in a consistent way. This is the most important thing.
And it's super hard. Like people think that it's just like we recording us, but it's hard. Like to put all the cameras, to put the set, to set up the microphones. Sometimes we record something and you are not recording, like the last episode that we recorded. It's a lot of things happening behind the cameras that people probably doesn't know.
Exactly, and you get like these comments like some people want the episodes like longer.
Shorter,
Other
shorter.
people,
In our case, it's shorter.
other people want them shorter. Yeah, exactly. You have a lot of opinion, and people just
Man,
want to.
people-
they get. Yeah.
People who gonna watch you, they're gonna watch you because they like you, because because they belong to what you're doing. Like if Peter McKinnon posts a video for 20 minutes, we're gonna watch it. If Casey Neistat made a movie for 2 hours, I'm gonna watch it because I like what he does. So they like you. All those other arguments, it's that means they don't like you, so they're not gonna watch you. And you should not change who you are to please some individuals, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, this is right. But when you are starting, it's a whole different thing. When you are starting a new YouTube channel, it's different thing. You get a lot of comments that are people don't know how are you working hard. So it's when you are famous as Casey Neistat and Peter McKinnon, it's a totally different thing, man. When you are starting, you have insecurities about the channel you are making and about you.
But you
and-
shouldn't. That's what I'm saying. Like you should not have insecurities. You should do
But
whatever
this is not.
whatever makes you feel good. You know.
You don't
Yeah,
think
but
that
this
way at the
is-
beginning. You get this with
it's-
experience.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like
It's-
even
it's,
at your channel, I remember when you first started, you had a lot of people like giving you advices, blah 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 blah. Do this, don't do that, and I was one of those people. And you were telling me
Shame
like,
on
I don't know, and then like recently, you're making a completely different type of video, and it's working out way better. People are watching way more. So my opinion in reality doesn't really matter. If your audience, your real audience, basically, likes what you're doing.
Yeah, but there's also one more thing, and that's we don't know a lot of YouTubers. And this is not easy making something that you cannot take advice from someone who is expert.
There's no university for YouTubers.
Maybe we should
Yeah,
start one. The University of
Yeah.
YouTubers.
And TikTokers.
But-
We're gonna be like,
TikTokers. Man, YouTube.
It's not easy.
Yeah, I thought you froze because you were like, and with the connection in Lebanon, that might actually happen.
and how do you have electricity in Lebanon? How that happened?
No, now we have.
You don't have?
No, we have. No, yeah, we have.
How is that? I thought that nobody had electricity.
No, it's not. It's not. It doesn't work like that.
So you lied to me?
Man, we have like private providers for electricity.
You have always had private.
Yeah, so probably it's is it the government or the private provider, Jimmy?
Private. But now
See?
it's things. Now it's things are getting better. Now things are getting better.
Yeah, we have a mountain in Babda. You will not understand that.
Are you talking about?
So, Jimmy, there's a question that we like to ask all our guests who come here, who are basically foreigners or immigrants or people who travel. And this is a question that, like I said on the last episode, we're gonna start asking everyone. For you, traveling this much and being everywhere, where do you consider home? Where is home to you?
Well, my home is where my family is. This is because when I travel, I always come home to Lebanon. So my home is here, but I don't feel homesick when I travel because I love what I do. I love traveling. That's why I quit my job to travel. So when I travel, I don't feel homesick because I'm happy. I enjoy traveling. But when I finish my travels, I come back here. It's not because I love what I do. That's why I'm always happy. If I'm with my family or if I was traveling, it's
And
It's
also
easy.
and
It's
also
easy
for
for
you
me.
because you're not staying a long period of time in a different country. You're not actually like setting up a whole entire life in a different place. You still have like this home is home is actually where you were born and where you were raised or where is your family. For I think for us I don't know, Julio. Let me know your opinion. I think for us, it's like this idea is a little bit lost because we have our entire life here, man. Right now, like we live here, we have our entire life. We set up everything, and when you go back to where you were born, man, you feel weird. Like you feel like you don't belong. You feel like this is not home, and at the same time, when you come back to here to the States where we live, also like this is not home. So this is why we ask this question.
I think like we feel for example, I feel home here right now because you get used to it. And when I go to Dominican Republic, it's weird because I don't know. I feel uncomfortable in the places. Even if I'm sleeping in the same bed, I'm sleeping in the same house that I used to live, but I don't feel the same. And I think, okay, I feel home there at the same time because there are all the people
And your memories.
Yeah, all my memories and everything. Like physically, this is home in the Miami, but
It's not really home,
in
man.
my feelings is Dominican Republic.
And when you go
in
there,
a sentimental way, you know.
It's weird.
It's
weird.
It's weird.
It's not for me.
Have you ever felt this?
I don't have this problem.
So yeah, so home for you is always, as always, and always will be Lebanon.
No, man. When I'm traveling, I don't think about this. This is the first time because I'm always traveling. I'm used to, because I think I don't know what you mean because it's different for me. When I'm traveling, I'm always in a different place. Sometimes every day I sleep in a different place. So it's not just like it's here home and other places are not home.
Exactly.
It's, I don't think about it in this way.
Exactly. Like when I go on vacation.
I love traveling. When I travel, I feel that I am home, and when I'm here, I feel I'm home. I don't have this problem.
I think it's about time because like, if you go to, for example, Brazil and you spend a year there, you'll feel like home.
It depends. Like
we go to for example, I go to Dominican Republic. I just spend 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then come here and spend 1 year here without going to.
Yeah, because you have a job. Because you have a job, and the job it's like restricting you in this place. I don't have that feeling.
No, not necessarily. It's not because of the job. Because even like before, when we used to travel with our like previous company, we were not restricted in one place, man. The problem is, like the reason you start to not be able to identify home is that you actually have a life here. Like you have a house, you have a car, you have bills, you have everything. You have a full-on life, and at the same time, when you moved here, you had this thought in your mind that, oh, I'm just gonna go there for like a couple of years. It's gonna be like a long vacation, and then I'm gonna go back home. And then you're like, oh shit.
And that fade away with time, I think. At the beginning, I used to think this way.
Yeah.
Like, in, I don't know, 10 years I'm going back, or
I remember.
I don't know if something goes wrong here and I have to go back to the Dominican Republic, but then
it's getting more difficult now.
Yeah. Like no, right now I think like I'm not going to Dominican. I think like I belong to Miami. Probably you think the same, right?
Yeah, man. Like, it's, I don't know. For you, like for me, when I travel, like let's say I went to Turkey on Christmas, I went there for 2 weeks. I didn't say like, oh, Turkey is home. No, fuck no, it's not home. But when I asked this question between Miami and between Lebanon, this is where like, oh shit, you know. And you actually feel it, and you always, when you are here, you feel like home is the original home. Is for me like is Lebanon, for you is Dominican Republic, and then you go there, and you're like,
yeah,
what?
Yeah.
Like what is like you have in your mind a completely different image of what home is. Man, it's a struggle. It's a struggle. For you, I know you don't give a fuck. You're always traveling, but yeah, it's different for us.
But I like to have a life in Brazil. I want to have like a stable life in Brazil. This is I think it will be a good choice to be based in Brazil. So I can when I go to South America, I can go travel from Brazil to all the other countries. And when I want to go to Southeast Asia, I want to go to Europe, I want to go to Africa, I can come here and from here go to these places. So I think this will be my next my next plan, that to make like something stable in Brazil. And of course, I have a house, I have a family here. I can come here whenever I want. I can go there whenever I want. I think this is the route that I want to go with.
So, does that mean that you are planning on stopping traveling, or when you say you're gonna like settle in Brazil, or this is gonna be like basically your base?
Yeah, if I want to go to South America, I think a base in Brazil, it will be a good idea. And I like living in Brazil. I stayed for nearly a year in Brazil, and I love the life there.
And that
I
was
love it. I
that
love
was
it.
through COVID. You got stuck there.
Yeah, exactly. I stuck there, and I know how the life is in Brazil, and I loved it, man. Brazil, it's one of my favorite countries, and it's easy to travel from Brazil to other countries, and from here it's the same. From Lebanon, it's much more easier to go to the Far East, to go to other places, because it's very far from Brazil.
So what did you find in Brazil different that you liked, that made you like, oh, this is gonna be my next base?
In Brazil, everything is easy, man. Everything is easy. It's and the weather, man. The weather is it's you can always go to the beach, because when here it's raining and there's snow in Lebanon. In Brazil, it's like the opposite. You can go to the beach. You can go, and it's easy. And Brazil is a big country, so you can go travel. You can see a lot of different cultures. You can see different places. You can go to the Amazon. You can go to the beach. You can go to the south, and I love Brazil more now because I learned the language, and this is a very important thing to me.
Yeah, I was about to ask you that. I wanna
Yeah.
wait. I want to go to many places in South America, but now that I have a friend, that I'm gonna have a friend in Brazil, I wanna go to Brazil now, because you have told me a lot
You
of
should
things about
definitely
Brazil.
go to Brazil.
we
man.
should
You
both go to Brazil when you are there. When are you going there?
I am going in December.
December.
Oh.
I'm gonna be in Dominica. Man, that sucks.
December, fucking December.
No, I am going in December, but I'm staying till March.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Man, you
Why?
need to understand, we only get 10 days every year of
Oh, I
vacation.
forgot that.
Hopefully,
I
that
forgot
that
that
will
you
not
are
last
that,
forever.
that you guys are you have jobs.
Slaves.
Yeah, modern slaves.
Man, no,
So I know that you learn Portuguese in Brazil. How fast
Yeah.
do you learn it?
I can make a full conversation with someone, and I don't know everything, but I can do pretty much everything. If I want to do anything, I can communicate with someone who don't speak any English, and he doesn't have any problem understanding me. I can understand pretty much everything they say. So
And I-
it's not perfect, but it's good. It's pretty good.
And I know that when I was on Lebanon, you started talking to me in Portuguese, and I was understanding part of what you're saying. And man, for me, even if I don't know if you were talking right or not, but it sounds,
It sounded right.
it convinced me.
Yeah, it sounded like Portuguese.
No, man. But because I started learning Spanish when I was in Lebanon before I started this trip, I learned some Spanish for like 6 months, and this was very good, and it was very easy to understand better Portuguese. Because now I don't speak a good Spanish, because I practiced a lot in Brazil for Portuguese.
Do you want to say something in Spanish?
Soy un hombre muy honorado.
Sing it.
No.
Soy un
no.
hombre muy honrado. You were singing that song, I remember.
Yeah. I love this song. I love this song.
Man, so we are almost at the end of the episode. So, Jimmy, what advice would you give to younger generation who are trying to escape modern slavery and trying to explore the world and trying to travel more? What advice
Man,
would you
should
give them?
whatever you want to do. My advice, because this is the advice that I took and I live by it. Whatever you want to learn, man, just type it on YouTube. And you will definitely see someone who has experience in this topic and they are teaching people. So YouTube is the modern university, the modern school. You can learn anything from YouTube, and especially if you want to do something that your friends are not expert in it.
I was about to write in YouTube how to make money without working.
Man, it's easier than you think. It's easier than you think.
Okay.
This is very good advice.
Other than like learn through YouTube, like what advice would you give for? I mean, what did you tell yourself to be able like to quit your job and blah blah blah, do all that stuff? What would you tell
yourself of
yes,
10 years ago?
Your younger self.
Letra a mí mismo cuando tenía 20 años.
Throwing some Spanish.
What would that letter contain?
This is one of the. It's like a poetry. It's in Spanish, but it's.
We gotta put it in the link below.
Yeah, this is like it's like a poem. Mm-hmm. This really changed my life because it's in Spanish and it talks about travel, and it's just telling yourself that just do it.
Viaja más.
Viaja más. Sí. Sí. Travel more, guys.
But you need planning because you cannot just like leave your job. You don't have any money in reserve and just do it. No, it's not like that. I planned for 2 years before I quit my job. So it was not like this.
So plan ahead and travel more.
Save some money because money is good.
Really? No shit. I didn't know that.
And my advice to Samer is to spend money less on food and save more money to travel.
Man,
this is my advice
don't
to Samer.
Eat outside.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, don't eat outside.
They
man.
always blame me that I eat outside a lot.
Especially when you are like an employee. Just eat at home and save so you can travel more.
Okay. Noted.
Yeah, I mean, we have like 2 years staying the same, and he's noted. But he's still doing the same. But it's okay. He will learn one day.
One day. So, Jimmy, thank you for this. This was a great episode. We had a lot of fun, man.
Thank you, guys.
Next episode is going to be in Brazil. Recording from Brazil.
With you, yeah.
Yeah, from the Copacabana beach.
Copacabana, yeah. It's a nice background.
Like
we can have a very nice background. So thank you for being a guest on this episode. It's always fun.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, always fun talking to you, man. And can't wait to see you on Christmas.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's a good way to wrap the episode. Well, see you on the next one.
Viaja más.
Viaja más.
Viaja más.
Travel more, guys. Bye.